everyone, welcome back to my channel For the Love of Glitter. I'm Anna Crossland. Today we're doing a first impression slash swatches slash demo on the new Moon Prism powder. I always mess up the name, so I had to literally look at the box. Moon Prism powders from Manny's company called Lunar Beauty. So I have ordered 2 of them that we're going to be swatching and demoing for you today. And yes, so let's get into it. Here is the outer box packaging. It is really pretty. It is opalescent and holographic, just like the inner packaging. I actually really like this box packaging. And at first I was like, how do you open this? And let me show you. I have never owned a product that has an outer box that comes off almost like a lid, and then here is what it looks like once you take it off. So I think the outer packaging is actually really cool. The inner packaging definitely beats the outer packaging. It is so pretty, holographic, opalescent, whatever you want to call it. And he said this was inspired by Sailor Moon. He wanted to look like you took a piece of the moon, and it does definitely look like that. It's really pretty. I love the texture, and this is something that I would place out on my vanity for everyone to see. It looks so beautiful. These highlighters do have a mirror inside, which is super important to me. The first shade I got is in Mars. This is the peachy pink color. The one that I was probably, if I could only get one, this would have probably have been the color because I was most excited for this. A beautiful peachy pink. I love these types of highlighter shades. They're my absolute favorite. I've never been much of a gold person, but pinky peachy shades are so up my alley. The last shade I got is in Venus, and this one is more of a gold color. I have only swatched these so far, so I don't know how this one will work on my skin tone, but I did pick up the 2 medium skin color shades, I would say. Mercury is the lightest shade, and the deepest shade is Jupiter, and those look gorgeous as well. But I do know that Jupiter has a completely different formula than the other 3. It has some glitters in there. I did swatch these, and this one might be a little too dark for me unless I do get more tan for the summer, but we shall see because I haven't even tried it on the cheeks yet. But it is still very, very pretty. I think on tan, like tanner skins on me, it would look stunning. So first off, here are some finger swatches. I am going to do a demo of each. The first one closest to my hand, the pinkier shade, is Mars, and the next one is Venus. This is one finger swipe, so the pigmentation is extremely impressive. This tells me based off the swatches to use a very light hand when trying these out. Of course, it could act differently on the face, but we shall see with a brush. But they are so creamy. They are so smooth. Of course, Jupiter again has a different texture, and it does have glitters. These ones have no glitter in them at all, but they are very metallic looking, very pigmented. These are probably one of the creamiest highlighters I've ever felt, and like the most pigmented one as well. Like, I didn't have to build this up. This is one swipe, you guys. That is so crazy. So I have clipped my hair back just so it doesn't cover half of my face, and today I'm using the e.l.f. highlighter brush, which is completely gone from the handle. I love this brush for highlighter, and I also love this for contouring the cheeks. It's like the perfect size, but this brush seems to work really well with highlighters that have a harder time performing with certain brushes as well. It's just one of my favorites. I definitely obviously need another one. Plus, I think, oh, I thought the cap would come off, but it's not that bad yet, you guys. Okay. First of all, we're gonna try Venus, which is the one that I think might be too dark for me, but I'm not sure. We're gonna tap some of that off because if this works anything like those swatches, it's gonna be intense. All right, let's do the right cheek. Okay, so it didn't come off as intensely, but that's a nice, like, pretty glow. I guess if I didn't tap it off, it wouldn't have, you know, it would have been fine. So even though it comes off extremely intense, But this is like a really nice, like pretty dewy look. Okay, wow, do you see that? It's like a really pretty wet look. So let's try just a little bit more. Okay, we're not gonna tap it off this time. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know, do you guys think this is too dark for me? Let's see. It might be workable. It seems to be on the skin a little bit lighter. It almost looks like glass. So looking in the mirror, it probably would be best to, you know, like use some setting spray after, which is usually what I do, but I mean, it's really nice. And like in the viewfinder, yes, girl, work, work, work. And I'm really pleasantly surprised that it's not too dark, because when I swatched it, I was like, I don't know, do you think it's too dark? Let me know in the comments if you think this is too dark for me. If not, I'll be super happy, because I was like, I should have ordered Mercury, but he said that's best for like really pale, and I've been getting a little bit of a tan, not too much. I don't know. Okay, now let's brush this one off and let's go into the one that I'm super most excited about. And this one is called Mars. More. Okay. So what's really nice is the swatches, I was kind of like, these are like super pigmented and heavy because they're so pigmented. But it doesn't look as heavy on the skin. I could see if maybe you kept building it up. Honestly, even though I love this brush, this one might not be the best for this one because it is so thick. So honestly, kind of a regular blending brush that looks like a bigger blender brush for like the eye would work probably even better. And so I will have to try that. Let's see what happens. Up close I can see more of the peachy pink than I can in the monitor. I almost think I might like Venus more. Yeah, I would like, these are really beautiful, but I would definitely like spritz it after and kind of pounce it with a beauty blender, which I tend to do anyways with a lot of my highlighters these days, because this is like a thicker kind of consistency, I guess. I'm gonna pop some of this peachy one into my inner corners. I think these would make really great eyeshadows as well, because they are like a little bit thicker. Okay. Okay, girl. I think we're gonna add a little bit of Venus on top of that. I feel like Venus is a little bit more reflective. I feel like pinks and peachy tones are usually less reflective. Like all the peachy pinky tones I have are less reflective, so I guess I, you know, should expect that. Let's put some, this one again is Venus on my nose. Now we will use Mars up in here. This one's Venus and this one is Mars. Super reflective, right? So definitely an intense highlighter. It didn't let you down. It's like, I look like I have glass on my face. It's that intense, super wet glass. So as you can see from the swatches, they are extremely pigmented, a little bit of a thicker powder. So you don't really need to keep building because they're already kind of like thick, you know what I mean? So if you keep like building it up, it's just gonna kind of look like layers continuously layering on because it's just very pigmented already. I would suggest using a regular blending brush or even a fan brush, something that's gonna apply it lightly, so if you are gonna build it, it builds a small amount at a time. The price is definitely more of a high-end price side, so I don't think it's horrible, but I also do, of course, wish it was a little bit cheaper, especially if you want to buy more. But he did do a bundle deal on his Lunar Beauty website, and it was buy one for $26, buy two, get 15% off of your order. And that's what I did, and I did get 15% off. And I think if you buy all four, you get like 20% off. I don't know if that's something that's going to continue all the time or if that's just happening for his launch since they're newer. Well, it's not a bad price, but I just, you know, I'm pretty cheap, so I feel like you can apply a tiny amount and get a little bit of a glow, but I feel like these are meant to be more intense and blinding, like Instagram highlight. So if you're not someone who appreciates a really intense glow, these might not be for you, but I am someone who appreciates that, so I really like them. I'm really excited to try this product with different brushes and also wet it down so we can see if it melts into the skin more, which I'll probably update those who follow me on Instagram more because it's a lot easier. So follow me on Instagram if you don't, which is just @fortheloveofglitter. If he came out with other colors, which I already do like Mercury, which is the lightest one, I probably, depending on the shade, like if I felt like it was a shade I really wanted, I probably would purchase another one. I think the packaging's also really pretty, so you can keep it on your vanity, and it's just a good overall product. The shipping I have to talk about. So I ordered it whenever it launched, which was a Wednesday, and the following day it was like, your order has been shipped. And of course it got here on a Monday. So it really didn't take that long at all, and that was awesome. Another thing is, at first they didn't have their code set up for the 15% off, 20% off, so I emailed their company just to make sure that I would still get the 15% off, and they emailed me like that, and the next day I think they like had an email sent to me saying your refund has been, you know, finished. And so I think their customer service was really good. Of course, they're just starting out too, so hopefully it'll continue to be like that, because I feel like some companies, when they're just starting out, it's a lot easier to handle. I mean, I guess the only downfall about this, literally the only downfall, is they're really slippery. So sometimes I'm scared it's gonna like slip out of my hand and break into a billion pieces. So just be careful of that. They're some slippery highlighters, but look at that, so pretty. Like, oh, I have little moon rocks on my vanity now, and they're so cute. I love it. I love the packaging. They also packaged the box very nicely. Like, it was bubble wrapped, and then it had like tissue paper on top, and it came in this really pretty box. So I think they're doing very well. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you going to pick up these highlighters, or did you? And yeah, you guys will have a great day. Bye!